you're all doing well. Today we wanted to show our very first Azure order or haul. Ta-da! We are so excited. This is our very first time that we have tried it, and we have heard amazing things. We've heard some random things, so we just wanted to try it for ourselves and see how it was. So we wanted to show you guys what we all got.
Yes. So this morning, Luca and I went to pick up our Azure order. It was our first experience with them. They had this big semi that parked in the back of a church parking lot, and then everybody helps unpack. So that was a new experience for us, which was actually really fun to see everybody just kind of get their hands dirty and
fun? You
start.
See the semi?
Yeah, he had a lot of fun. And then we helped. We picked up boxes and bags, and then we laid them out. Everybody had their name on the order. And then we just grabbed our order. And then also we got some fun things that we didn't order initially, but they had 25% off. Not exactly sure why that was, but we got a good deal. Cool. But yeah, we can just get right into it.
Let's show you.
Okay guys, we're just gonna jump right into it.
All right, so we got cheese. So that was one of the main things that we wanted to get was cheese, because as you guys know, really good quality cheese. So we're looking for a grass-fed cheese, even raw if possible, is really expensive in the store. So let me grab this over here. This is what we're so excited about, is raw grass-fed cheese. Look how big this is. Sebastian knows the breakdown of the price.
Yeah, so this is a lot cheaper because it is organic, and it also is from raw milk, and it is grass-fed. So I looked on the store. We used to get like Organic Valley brand or just the like 8-ounce blocks. This cheese was definitely worth it for us in terms of cost. Now we haven't tasted it yet, so I'm not sure if we might do a little taste test or something.
That'd be fun. It's tangy and creamy. We wanted to get 2 of these, but only one came. We were going to give one to my parents. So we're just going to split it instead, but we did order 2, one for them, one for us. And we also got Parmesan. So this, you guys can see, is a case. Is that correct how they call it?
That's a case, yeah. So that is 12.
Of Parmesan. We wanted to order a case of shredded and a case of grated. They didn't have the grated, so I think we just ordered 1 shredded. But anyway, we got 2, which is fine because we can just put this in the Vitamix or food processor and grate it. And you're probably thinking, what in the world are you going to do with all that cheese? You can freeze cheese. So we're going to freeze all of our Parmesan, have it for months and months. You can slice this or just cut it in blocks and then wrap it really well and put this in the freezer.
It will be a little crumblier and a little drier.
Right.
So if you're going to eat it for fresh cheese, that will change the texture.
Right.
However, if you're going to use it for melting, it'll melt exactly the same.
Yeah, exactly. Or you could pre-shred it and freeze it that way, but especially Parmesan does really well frozen. So that's exciting. One of the other products we wanted to get butter. So butter, really good grass-fed butter is going up extremely high. So we got this. I've never tried it before, but the main thing I was like, I hope it's like, usually we get Kerrygold. I hope it's like a European style, really good butter. Sebastian said it should be, and it looks yellow and it smells good. So
on paper, this looks good, but we're not exactly sure taste-wise if it compares to Kerrygold, which we really like.
Yes.
However, Kerrygold is almost $6 now for that same package. And this, we bought 10 of them. I believe it was close to like $3.30 around there.
A lot cheaper. Like
so
half.
Also in the future, if we like it, we'll probably buy a case of 30, which then it'll be closer to 2 something or almost $3 for a case, or not a case, but a single package of butter, which is great.
Which is way cheaper, which is why we want to do this, because you have to save up. We've waited a couple months to save up so we could do this amount, but then you actually save a ton when you spend on bigger amounts. And you can freeze butter, so we freeze it too. Luca wanted to show you some of the treats that we got. We got currants and cranberries, or dried cranberries, which I'm really excited about. We use the dried cranberries a lot in, like if we make homemade granola or homemade stuff, we make a lot of, pretty much everything from scratch. These are sweetened with apple juice, not sugar, which is what we love about them. And Luca's favorite thing since he was little is currants. They're like mini baby raisins. Are you excited about the currants? They're actually an early birthday present, so he's gonna enjoy those. We use them in kale salad a lot too. They taste amazing in that. So that's that part. We decided to get one of these. This is the 100% grass-fed beef bacon. which is really cool. We have never tried it. I have a feeling it's going to be thicker and maybe more meat-like, but hopefully it's.
And by meat-like, you mean not crispy and thin and crunchy. It'll probably be more.
Right, but it's excellent quality. So we thought it'd be worth trying just to see how good it is. We also got these. There's 3 of them. Brown rice tortillas. We use these probably mostly for homemade pizzas. Super quick trick is you just take this, put, I'll show you down there, tomato paste, or we do tomato powder that we dehydrate our own tomatoes, just mix with water. Anyway, tomato paste, some seasonings. You can do basil, oregano, Italian seasoning, and then you just top it with cheese and your toppings, and it's a really simple, really healthy gluten-free pizza that is crispy. So we love that. Friday night is our pizza night, so we enjoy that. We got this gluten-free brown rice bread. We thought we would want to try mainly because I don't like to get bread with yeast in it, and it has fresh yeast in, which is more like a culture sourdough yeast. So we're gonna try that. I had this I almost want to say 20 years ago, which was my first gluten-free bread ever. So I'm really curious if it's the same or if they've changed it.
Because I remember you said you didn't like it.
It was a little dense and healthy tasting, but we'll see. This was a fun surprise. I actually wanted to buy a maple syrup like this mainly because it looks real. I'm from Wisconsin, so it looks like thick maple syrup that was just tapped. We have a lot in Wisconsin, but it's just like really thick. It says thick and robust, dark and robust. It just looks really real. I know a lot of bulk maple syrups, they're starting to water down, which is kind of sad. But the reason we got this is because Sebastian surprised me with it and said it was on the truck. It
was 25% off of the truck when we got there. So I didn't initially buy it because I looked on Azure at the cost, and Walmart has organic maple syrup, and so does Sam's and Costco. And if I were to buy that same amount,
so this is a half gallon.
If I were to buy that same amount from Walmart or Costco, it would be cheaper. However, they had it 25% off, so I bought it because then this was a lot cheaper. But I'm curious to see if it's less watered down than the ones from Walmart or Costco. Yeah. Because I'm wondering how they get them that cheap.
Right. And we were thinking that too because we've never had this before, but some maple syrup has been moldy, and that has never happened, and we're thinking water content. Anyway, we're excited about that. Okay, we're moving on to some of our big bulk grains. We have brown rice, organic brown rice, and this is a 5-pound bag. So we eat brown rice on occasion, but we just thought it'd be really nice to have as a pantry staple and a bigger bulk amount. So that's gonna be exciting. All right, we switched to Sebastian. He was excited to show you the other half of our order.
Yes. So we also got some quinoa in bulk. And I did find when I went on Azure.com that the quinoa, the rice, the grains in general were a lot cheaper when you buy them in larger quantities. Because we were buying like a pound or maybe 2-pound bags at a time from our local grocery store, Sprouts. I don't know if you guys have one near you or anything like that, but it definitely was significantly cheaper. So we opted to buy a bigger quantity of those because they store for longer. And this for us is a treat that we seldom have, but we love having brown rice pasta once in a while, especially when we had so many tomatoes in our garden that we would make some really nice, authentic Italian pastas.
Italian food is my favorite.
Yes, Holly loves Italian and Mediterranean food. We went to Italy together and one of our friends taught us a lot of recipes. So we really like making that. And if you haven't caught on, everything that we do is gluten-free. And we try to eat pretty darn healthy because we do own a wellness center. And we'll share a little bit more of kind of our perspective and what we all do. But we do like to have this on hand once in a while. Also, Holly does like to bake using arrowroot powder or tapioca. I honestly thought, and I should have looked better into it, that this was the bigger box because we have purchased the larger box.
It's like a kid's bake size.
This is like a kid bake size for us. And I looked at it, I'm like, no, this is like literally one recipe when you bake.
Yeah, we did get 3 of them, so that's good. But
so we probably won't get that again because unless they have a larger quantity.
I think they had the larger box.
And I might have to look into if it makes more sense, but cost-wise. So anyway, that either was my mistake or that's what they gave us. I'm not sure. And then here, we do like to put hemp hearts in our salads a lot, as well as we make smoothie bowls too. So it's a great way to get some protein from the seeds, and they're great. Flavor-wise, not really a ton of flavor, but they do offer a nice texture. But we do put this on salads and smoothie bowls for the health benefits. And then also, we really like to have sunflower seeds that are raw on hand. We got for salads, and then going on for, with salads as well. And for cooking, I really like to use red wine vinegar as well as white wine vinegar. No, this is avocado oil. White wine vinegar. I like to use both in cooking and dressings as well.
Can you tell we make a lot by scratch? You need a lot of
you do.
Basic ingredients to make.
Yeah, because we make all of our own homemade salad dressings, like a French dressing, or I don't know, I make like a honey mustard dressing, and I like to put a little bit of white wine vinegar in that, or even marinades and things. And then we did get in a glass jar some tomato paste, and this is what we like to use for the pizzas. And we do have some tomato paste from our tomatoes that we made. Not really tomato paste. So Holly dehydrated some tomatoes from our garden and then makes a powder. You just add water and then makes tomato paste, which is our favorite way to preserve tomatoes now, by far. So next year we want to grow like 10 times the tomatoes and like dehydrate them to not have to buy tomato paste.
Good, yeah.
Because it tastes so much better, and you can mix different tomatoes and you get a different taste.
And it's nice because you always have it on hand. So if you need it for soups or just whatever reason, you make it yourself and it's fresh.
Yep. So that is pretty much everything we got. If you're seeing random eggs and produce, this is stuff that we still have yet to process. And then also if you see puzzle pieces, my son and I have been putting, well, all of us really have been putting this puzzle together. Someone gave us, it was from the dollar store.
Teeny tiny pieces, that's I think 500 pieces.
Oh my gosh, it's been a joy. But anyway, we have it here because we just don't want to move it. So we have a lot of eggs from our chickies, and I made some hot sauce before with these peppers. I think we're going to do like a drying the pepper video, or how we dry them to make the flakes.
Red pepper flakes.
Red pepper flakes to cook with. And then I have to process and preserve the rest of the fresh peppers, like the banana peppers and these little snackers. I like to cut them up, freeze them, or pickle them. So anyway.
That's our new trick, our harvest board. So when we have lots of produce from the garden, we just put it on here and then we know what to process. And it actually works really well and it's beautiful.
It looks visually nice as a little centerpiece, but it puts it right in the front of our brain. Like, process this produce before it goes bad. And also you had some tomatoes too that were green that you harvested before we had a frost come early this year here in Greenville, South Carolina. And they're ripening, so we're gonna use them for something fun. Maybe a pasta or something. But anyway.
Okay guys, we decided to open up the big block of cheese and taste test it for you.
I don't think my knife is gonna reach all...
Oh, I should have given you the bigger knife.
All the way, but I can rotate it. So, smell-wise, it smells good.
It smells amazing. I'll let you guys smell it. It smells, I don't know how to describe it.
It smells sharper than I
expected.
expected.
Fresh. Probably because it's raw. Yeah, maybe.
Oh, that's true, because it is raw, yeah.
Yep.
It does smell a little sharper than I thought, but I like it. Okay.
Okay, everybody ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's good.
I got to process.
It's tangy and creamy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a softer cheese for cheddar. That is so good.
It is softer. I really like that. It's not, it smells stronger than it tastes. Like, I thought it was going to be more sharp.
It's mild.
Really mild.
That is so good. I love it.
That texture, actually, I'm wondering, it'll probably melt really well.
Yeah. It almost tastes like, I don't know if I've ever had straight up like, ghee. How do you say it?
Ghee?
No. Gruyere.
Oh, like Gruyere cheese.
Yeah.
She's thinking Gruyere.
I don't know if I've had straight up Gruyere cheese, but I know they're used for fondue a lot. That reminds me of that because it's so soft.
It definitely has more moisture than I'm used to in a cheese, but I think it's because when we buy the little cut, 8-ounce whatever pieces of cheese, it's not a whole solid block that holds the moisture, so they do dry out a little more because it is a lot softer when you cut it.
Yeah.
Kind of like a drier mozzarella in terms of texture, but it's creamy.
I love it. That is so good.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
So I did feel like this definitely was worth it if you do eat a lot of cheese, or you have a large family,
Or if you want to freeze
or if you do want to do meal prep.
Yeah, that was our plan. We were going to try to knock out a ton of meals for meal prep and for freezer meals with it.
Mm-hmm. So I wanted to make some like breakfast burritos because we have so many eggs, and that's a good way to, I'll make like the scrambled eggs, and then I can use either these tortillas or different tortillas, and then essentially put scrambled eggs. I do like to put some potatoes in it because we have a ton of potatoes. If you haven't seen our video, when we harvested potatoes, we harvested like 200 some pounds of potatoes.
So fun. So fun.
We've been pretty stingy with eating them because we're so protective that we don't want to use them all. But I just cube them up with a little avocado oil and salt and pepper, and then put them in the oven 30 some minutes until they're like crispy. And then I take the scrambled eggs, the potatoes, and then I would put the cheese in. Something I did learn is that cheese doesn't melt well twice. So I do make sure everything is cooled, and then I put the cheese in so that when I do heat up the breakfast tacos or burritos, the cheese does melt, because last time I didn't do that.
That's a really good trick.
Yes, last time they didn't melt that well. They didn't have that pull. And then I also do some of this kind of cheese, like a raw cheddar or something, and then I do some Parmesan in it too, because I like the mixture. And that's our breakfast burrito. But if you guys want to see any videos on how we are going to use all this, or freezer meals, or prep, let us know and we will bring you along.
Well, we hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Dr. Holly, and this is Sebastian. We own Set Apart Health, which is a chiropractic wellness center in Greenville, South Carolina. We also have a nursery that is chemical free, Set Apart Farm and Gardens, and we just love to do all fun, healthy things. We have our huge garden and our chickens. So we hope you guys enjoyed this snippet of it. Again, we'll put the link down below if you guys want to try Azure. And if you haven't before, I highly recommend it for like pantry items. If you guys want to stock up, make big freezer meals, meal prep, stuff like that. Just have like some of your big staples on hand. I think it's going to be saving us a lot in the long run, and really good quality products. And it's fun to support companies and small businesses like that and families. So
I will say though, they do have a shipping price. So when you're looking at prices and comparing, take into account that they do have a shipping price. So at the end of the day, for us, it still was worth it. But your grocery stores may be more or less than ours. So anyway, just shop around and see if it's a good fit, and if you can save some money by buying a little more in bulk. I would definitely recommend it.
Yeah.
At least this cheese for sure that I've tried. I know Jovial products we recommend because we use them a lot. But in the bulk grains, I mean, it's brown rice. So anyway.
Well, that was fun. Thank you guys so much. Bye.
Bye.